Addiction is very much like a river or a stream. When it has that tight hold on you, it's so easy to just go down that current, be swept away by it. When I first got sober, going upstream against the stream was quite difficult, one of the most difficult things I've ever done. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. But you're always in danger of slipping back downstream. I still have to be constantly vigilant, one day at a time, to not slip back into that downstream current. My name's Yassine Diboun. I live in Portland, Oregon, close to the trails. I am a trail runner, ultra runner, coach, owner of Y East Wolfpack. I moved here in 2009. I was thrilled to move to this area, which is a mecca for trail running and ultra running, and I love it out here. So I started drinking alcohol when I was like 12 years old. That's when I first experienced it and instantly took to it. It wasn't until I was about 17 that I started smoking marijuana, and by then I was drinking regularly. After high school, I was 18, is when I started really getting into harder drugs. You know, eventually that addiction with hard drugs, namely cocaine, really grabbed a hold of me and picked up a lot of steam. It became a daily thing for me. I was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, a classic example. There's a saying that alcoholics will steal from their friends, a drug addict will steal from their friend and help them look for it. And I honestly have done that, unfortunately. You know, my family was an integral part of me getting sober. You know, as most interventions are, I was completely surprised by it. And they really just kind of let me know how my drinking and using was affecting them, even though I was thousands of miles away from them. Even though it didn't stick right away, that was the beginning for me. And in terms of attempting to quit completely, my immediate family, even though it was very difficult for them, helped me immensely, and I couldn't have done it without them. That's how I met my wife, Erica. You know, ended up falling in love, and many years later got married and had a child. And my daughter is about the age I was when my family was going through a lot of these substance abuse related issues, and that's when my parents got divorced. So to see the juxtaposition of our life today and the way my daughter is growing up compared to the trauma that I experienced when I was her age, it really just brings up a lot of emotion for me. You know, the running was something that never appealed to me, and I found once I got clean and sober and I stopped smoking cigarettes that running was this spiritual outlet for me. It filled me up in a way that, you know, I got synthetically from the chemicals, and it connected me to something bigger, especially the trail running. And it continues to be a part of my spiritual practice, I guess. It's just getting out in the forest, running, getting out into the mountains, and almost like a meditative quality and part of my recovery. You know, and some people might say, oh, you know, you just traded one addiction for the next. I think that's a common response in terms of putting something in a box, and I just don't think it's as easy as that. It's been my saving grace, and I've met a lot of other people in similar situations that maybe it's not running, so to speak, but it's something active, or maybe it's something, you know, it's art or music. It's just like this integral part of their lives, and I'm so grateful that I found it. I've been sober since July 12th, 2004, one day at a time. There are a lot of people out there that they're caught up in the current right now, and I totally get that. And there's a way out. If this is something that has a tight hold on you and you feel trapped, you feel like the walls are closing in on you, there are many pockets and outlets and support systems. I mean, if you would have told me I'd be doing what I'm doing today 15 years ago, I would have laughed. I mean, this life is beyond my wildest dreams. This is an issue that touches everybody's lives in some way. I guarantee you know somebody that in your family or your network that has been affected by addiction from substance abuse. You know, that's why I feel like I wanted to share my story. I've been private about it for many years. I guess I had a fear of what people might think about me. At this point in my life, I realized that that's my ego, and that there are a lot more people out there that I can help by sharing my story. This is who I am, and if you need any help, there are people that have done far worse than what you've done and have come out the other side. My name is Yassine Diboun, and this is who I am. This is why I run. I don't know. I think this might be a pretty good shot. Man, mile 60, feeling it, but also feeling very grateful. One of the most amazing places I've ever been. Used to not be able to run around the block, and I'm making my way around this thing. 105 miles. Wow.